Good morning, everyone. Today is another day on board the Disney Fantasy, but unfortunately, it is the last day. This is a day that no one loves on board because it means it's the end of the adventure, but we can look forward to other adventures on board together. I know that they will be coming in the future. Already showered, changed, gonna head on upstairs right now, get some water and tea for me and David. Then it's gonna be kind of a short morning. We gotta get breakfast and then do have to be off the ship by about 9:15, 9:30, somewhere in there. Kind of an interesting quiet first thing in the morning on departure day. Nobody really wants this day to be here, but it's an important part because it means the next cruise is coming. That's what it means. Before we go up to deck 11, let's take another look around the lobby atrium. You can see it's actually pretty crowded right there on deck 3. Wow, let's go up to deck 4 and take a closer look. Take a look at the line here. This is express checkout. These folks are on their way out right now. They have their luggage in hand and they're going to be some of the first off the ship. They may be catching a flight or have some other transportation to get back home. Need to be there early. Time is now 7:21 in the morning, so that is early. David and I are going to get breakfast this morning, so we're going to take our time stepping off, but this always is interesting to see. Just thinking now about how this is my last time as a Silver Castaway Club member on board. Next time we're on board together, we'll be gold. I want to spend as long as possible on board the Disney Fantasy, as long as I can. The crew is already hard at work, getting ready for the next load of guests who are going to be coming on board in just a few hours. I will definitely be missing the Disney Fantasy. There's no doubt in my mind. David and I are now looking through the entire room to make sure we have not forgotten a thing, and then we'll be on our way to breakfast. Still ship day. Still on board. Still feels good. We've checked through our entire room. We have stalled all we can stall, and now it is time to make our way up to Cabanas for breakfast. Time is now 7:31 in the morning. Still on board. Still having fun. But breakfast time. Moment of truth. Making our way out of the room, backpacks on, hat in hand, and then take a look. I'm going to come back for the hat. Actually, the last thing that I do is I pull this little light card, which keeps the lights on out of there, and the lights turn off. You can see the bathroom turn off first, and these turn off a few moments later. That's the last thing we do before we go. You can see. Lights almost off. I don't want to go. I don't want to. Let's just stay. It's another 7 night. What do you think?
Okay, good night.
No. Okay, all right, we're leaving. And before the trip, I actually was trying to keep this hat hidden so that you wouldn't see the reveal of the costume too early. But now you see it in my hand. While we're passing by, take a look at room 2533. Kind of like a longer, it's actually a really big room for an inside stateroom. That's really big. I'm wondering, maybe it's like concierge because they have the special push button. It could be a handicap one. It could be handicap or maybe a hearing impaired. Tough to know because there's like a light above the bed too. Yeah, it could be a hearing impaired room. Interesting to see. Back on deck 4, taking a look at the early checkout. Sure enough, guests are already on their way off the Disney Fantasy. It's going to be a few hours before David and I step off. As many hours as we can make it. And with just a little extra magic, I'd love to be able to stay on board, but that kind of magic comes with a little bit more pixie dust, which we need to earn. We gotta earn the pixie dust to step back on board, hopefully soon. David and I were taking a little picture here in front of this motorbike here through La Piazza, and I found a little Easter egg if you're looking for something fun to do inside La Piazza. Take a look. There's the motorbike right down there, right? Push the pedal. That is pretty cool. Inside La Piazza, deck 4 aft in the adult-only section. Awesome. Our final breakfast of this adventure, don't worry, there will be others. Hash browns, eggs, sausages, bacon, waffles, blueberry muffin, and of course that chocolate-covered donut to end the adventure. Overall, an amazing experience. And breakfast to close it out. Finishing up breakfast now here on deck 11 with a great view of Port Canaveral. David's filling out the all-important survey. Don't forget to do that and let the Disney Cruise Line know honestly how you felt, what they can improve upon, because that's what makes the cruise line better for all of us in the future. We'll be getting off shortly, but I gotta tell you, it was a magical adventure. David and I have moved down to deck 5 to finish the survey. Here comes the comment card, the all-important comment card. David's gonna do it. On to the next cruise adventure. There it goes. Dave and I were talking to some new friends on board, and they're actually doing this exact same itinerary again, back to back. That's one thing I would love to try in the future, kind of like a 14 night out of 2 7 nights. That would be unbelievable. One day. Time is now 9:17 and there are still a lot of guests in the lobby atrium. Kind of surprised by that. I would have thought that most guests would have made their way out at this point, but look at this line. There's still an extremely long line to get off the ship. Dave and I are not going to be standing in line. We'll be relaxing for now. No rush. I actually picked up our USB with our photo on it yesterday night. Actually, we were about to go to sleep, changed back really fast and picked up our USB, but I now found out you can pick them up the morning of as well. I knew you could, but I didn't know how long the line would be. Now looking at it, the line is unbelievably short. I waited in that line yesterday for like 20-30 minutes for no reason. So you can always pick them up the night or the morning you're departing. Time is now 9:29. Still a lot of guests making their way off the Disney Fantasy right now. To me, I don't really see a point of just standing in the line out there. I'll enjoy some more time on board. Totally fine with me. We're just making sure we're not disrespecting the crew by staying too long, but there's a huge line and there are a lot of guests around. I think it's totally fine. 9:40, and you know what's really interesting? There are probably already guests who are waiting to come on board the Disney Fantasy, like in the parking lot or in the terminal right now, like waiting to come on board. And to me, it's unbelievable turnaround that Disney's able to do this. You can see them cleaning all around. That's why we're actually trying to stay closer to the lobby so that they can clean the other areas of the ship. But it's cool to think about. There's always something happening on board. More guests coming on, some guests going off. We'll be making our way off shortly, but Dave and I are savoring every moment. Time is now 9:50. That was the final call. We need to disembark at this point. We're gonna miss it, but we gotta go. See you real soon, Disney Fantasy. I am going to miss that ship, let me tell you. We are not the last guests off the ship. Time is now 9:59. It's been fun. About to tap off the Disney Fantasy through security. No filming at all through the customs area. So I'm gonna turn off the camera now and meet you outside. Time is now 10:20. We are through customs and back out into the parking area. Gonna go find the car and then make our way back to the apartment. And now we are on the road back, seeing the Disney Fantasy right over our shoulders over there, and the very long line of guests, actually not as long as when we were here, to get on board. It was magical. It was magical in every regard. Loved it. Loved the food, the service, the experience, the adult-only jacuzzis. It went extremely quickly, which in my opinion means that it went extremely well. We had a great time. So looking forward to our next cruise adventure together. I think one of my favorite parts, besides of course hanging out with my brother David, was the rainforest room and spending time on Castaway Cay. Thank you so much for sharing in this adventure with us. It was so much fun sharing it all with you. Until our next adventure together, have a truly magical day. See you real soon.